Hey guys, let's go ahead and talk about week 4 of our distance learning story problems. So Monday it says, what fraction of the seats are girls? Well, when we're talking about fractions, we know that we're talking about our numerators and our denominators, and that our denominator is the whole amount. So I'm going to draw my fraction line, and I'm going to count what the whole amount is. So I'm going to say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats all together. And now I need to count how many of those are girls. So I'm going to color in my girls, and I'm going to say I have 1, 2, and that's it. There are only 2 girl seats. So that's the part that I want to know, or the numerator. So your answer is 2/8. All right, let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday says the pizza was divided into fourths. Rachel and her friend Jamie ate 2/4 of the pizza. Draw a picture showing the pizza. What fraction is equivalent to 2/4? Equivalent means equal or same amount. So I'm going to go ahead and draw myself a circle pizza. And I need to cut it up into fourths. So I'm going to come a line down the center. That would be halves, or half. And then I'm going to do a line across. Now, I'm not going to be picky that my fourths aren't equal. I know that in fractions, all parts are the same. But for the purposes of this, I can still see that I have 4 parts. I would be able to explain that they're equal parts. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to color in 2 of the fourths. So I'm going to color in this one. That's 1/4. Color in this one, and that's 1/4. And when I look at that, I can see that half of the pizza is eaten. So that must mean that 1/2 is equivalent or the same as 2/4. So my equivalent fraction would be 1/2. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Wednesday's problem. Wednesday says, draw a circle fraction that is equivalent to the fraction shown. So equivalent fraction, meaning that it's broken up into different parts. There's a different denominator, but it's still worth the same amount. So I want to see how many parts this original fraction has before I choose what would be an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to go ahead and count, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the original fraction has 8 as a denominator. And I'm going to just write that here for myself. And now I'm going to count up how many pieces of it is shaded. So I'm going to change my color, and I'm going to show how many are shaded. There's 1, change my color so we can see the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/8. Well, something that I noticed when I just kind of look at this is that this could even be in fourths. So I'm going to draw my own fraction, my own circle, and I'm going to break this up into fourths. Because as I was looking at the original one, I saw some fourths there. And I think that if I were to shade in 3 of those fourths, it might be the same. So I'm going to just try that. 1, 2, 3. That does look the same. So an equivalent fraction to 6/8 would be 3/4. It's the same amount of the pizza eaten. All right, so let's go to Thursday. Thursday says, Greg ate 2/6 of his sandwich. Jane ate 4/6 of her sandwich. Who ate more of their sandwich? Draw and explain. So I'm going to draw 2 sandwiches. And I'm going to make them rectangles. And I'm going to draw them the same size, or as close to the same size as I can get. And I'm going to label them. I'm going to label this one G for Greg, and this one J for Jane. And they are both cut into 6. So now I'm going to cut it into 6. I'm going to say... I'm going to count to make sure I did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, nope. You know what? I'm going to just draw this little section over here to make 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know I'm going to need to make this sandwich a little bit bigger now. Leave that line and draw in my 6 here. And remember, I know that it's not perfect, but I know that they are each worth 1/6. So now what I need to do is I need to color in the amount that Greg ate. And Greg ate 2 of his 6. So I'm going to say, oops, let's get my coloring tool out. It makes it better. And Greg ate 1, 2 of the 6. Jane ate 4 of the 6. So now I'm going to color in Jane. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I took my drawing and I stacked them on top of each other, I can really see who ate more of their sandwich. And it's Jane who ate more. And so my drawing kind of explains. And so now I'm going to write my answer. Jane ate more of her sandwich. All right. And a period. All right, let's go on to Friday. So Friday says, CJ ran for 3/4 of a mile and Jose ran for 1/4 of a mile. Who ran farther? Draw and explain. How much farther did the person run? Well, for me, when I'm thinking about this, I want to do a number line. So I'm going to draw myself a number line. And we've talked about fractions on a number line already in our review time. And this is 0. And this is going to be 1. And this is going to be a mile. 1 mile. Okay. And I need to cut this into fourths. And I know that because in the story, it tells me that CJ ran 3/4 and Jose ran 1/4. So I know that the fraction or the parts is 4 parts. So I'm going to go ahead and do my fourths. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And that would be 4/4 at 1 mile. So this is 1/4 of a mile. This is 2/4 of a mile. And this is 3/4 of a mile. So now I'm going to put each person where they belong. And I'm going to go back and it says that CJ ran 3/4. So I'm going to label CJ on my number line at 3/4. Okay. And it says that Jose, he ran 1/4. So I'm going to label Jose at 1/4. And now it says, who ran farther? Well, who's closer to a mile? Who's gone farther on our number line? Well, when you look at it like that, I go and I see who went farther, and my answer would be CJ. That CJ ran farther than Jose. All right, well, those are the answers and ways of solving the story problems from this week. Again, remember, I just show you one example. Sometimes there are many ways to solve a problem. So if you have any questions, make sure that you contact your teacher and ask for help. All right, I hope you all have a great weekend.